This video, designed for online faculty members at Bellevue University, will show you how to download your Grade Center as a spreadsheet, how to run course reports that download a copy of your online course attendance, and how to modify these spreadsheets so that they can be used by the college for end-of-term housekeeping. These steps must be completed within 10 days of the last day of the term. Before you begin, you will need the following. You will need to have already submitted your final grades to Bruin, and you need a copy of those grades as they were submitted. You also need a Blackboard Grade Center that is as up-to-date and current as you can make it. This will save you time and effort in the long run. You also need a copy of your grading policy as stated in your syllabus, and a copy of the verbiage provided by the college to be used for file naming purposes when you finally do submit your Grade Center and attendance records to the college. Once you have all four of these things ready to go, you'll be ready to begin the grade and attendance download and submission process. First, you will download your Blackboard Grade Center to an Excel spreadsheet. The Grade Download button is in a new location in Blackboard version 9. You can find it in the Work Offline menu located on the right-hand side of your screen directly above your grading table. From this menu, select Download Grades, then click Submit to leave the default settings as is, then click Download. Depending on the internet browser and version of Excel you are using, your next series of warning messages may look slightly different from this. Basically, you need to open up the spreadsheet so that you can make edits to it and then resave it. The next step involves editing this newly downloaded spreadsheet, adding information required by the college for housekeeping purposes. Begin by adding a new row at the top of the spreadsheet where you can add the identification information required by the college, your name, the term, course ID, and title, etc. You can either type this information, as is shown here, or you can simply paste the verbiage from the college sent email and substitute in your own information. Then you will need to create a new column at the front of the spreadsheet where you type in the letter grades you submitted to Bruin. To add either a new column or a new row in Excel, you need to right-click on the column or row heading and then select Insert from the menu. We can head this menu column with a final Bruin grade and then type in those grades that you copied and had available at the beginning of this video. In cases where the college is requiring a last date of attendance, you can also add this information to the spreadsheet by inserting an additional column and typing in the last date of attendance. This appears in your Blackboard Grade Center should you need that information. Finally, for this particular worksheet, you need to insert a text box, and you can find that under the Insert menu. And this text box is where you're going to paste the information you have copied from your syllabus regarding your grading policy. Simply copy and paste that information from your syllabus into this additional text box in your Grade Center that you have downloaded. And this completes what you need to do for the very first worksheet of your Grade Center. Step 3 of the overall process involves downloading your course statistics and adding these to the spreadsheet you just created. To download the course statistics in Blackboard, locate Course Reports from the Evaluation menu in your control panel. Then, scroll down to the bottom option, Overall Summary of User Activity, and select Run from the drop-down menu. On the next screen, you will need to set some specific report specifications. Choose Excel for the report format and select the start and end dates of your course as shown. You will need to select all the users in your course by clicking on the first person in the list to select them, then scrolling down to the bottom of the list, holding the Shift key, and clicking the last person on the list. Then click the Submit key to begin running the report. Once the report has been generated, and this process may take a while, click Download Report to begin downloading this information to your computer. Again, your download process may look slightly different than this depending on your browser and version of Excel, but your overall task is to save a copy of the report as an Excel spreadsheet and then open it so that you can view it on your computer. Once the spreadsheet is open, use Control-A to select all of this report and then copy it to your computer's clipboard either by using the Control-C keys or right-clicking and selecting Copy. You will then need to return to the original grade spreadsheet you created and edited in the previous steps. Add an additional worksheet to this spreadsheet by clicking on the Worksheet tab at the bottom of the screen, and then pasting the course report information you just copied into this additional worksheet. You will need to add an additional row to the top of this worksheet as well, adding in your course information and your name. Finally, rename this second tab with the word Attendance and your course ID. In our fourth major step, we will save this spreadsheet and email it to the college. For this step, you will need both the attendance email address and the naming standard you receive from the college. Highlight the course section term grades terminology and copy it to your clipboard. Then, return to the completed spreadsheet and select Save As, pasting this copied text, substituting your own particular course information and your name, and choosing a location on your computer to save a copy of this spreadsheet before hitting Save. Then, you can attach this saved spreadsheet to an email, which you will send to the email address indicated by your college. Depending on your spreadsheet and email setup, there are many ways you can do this, but I'm going to select Save and Send from the File menu in my spreadsheet. I click Save and Send, then click Send as Attachment to open up a new Outlook message that includes the spreadsheet that I can send to the college. Make sure that the same course section term grades info you used as the file name for your spreadsheet is also in the subject of the email, and then send the email to the college. This concludes our grade download and submission video. If you have any additional questions, contact your college AA or your adjunct coordinator for more information.